Since Elden Ring has a big discount on all platforms and it seems like the DLC will be released soon, I want to make this ultimate beginner guide in which I explain basically the basics of this game. Hello everyone, my name is Yu and welcome to Better Gaming Ring. In this guide I'll show you all characters, plus the mechanics, all the different stats, plus what they're meaning. At the very end you will also understand all status effects, the basic of movement and attacks, and I'll show you some very important items you should know in the early game. At the first end of the video you'll be more than prepared for exploring the world on your own with a super strong weapon. You'll understand how to upgrade armaments, how the skill system of them works, plus you'll do tons of damage, so that you won't be too frustrated in the game. Now, this is the first end because after that you can choose between exploring on your own or get an explanation of playing through the game the first time. I'll talk about this later on. With all that being said, and you know now what's awaiting you, let's begin. Check. I highly recommend starting as Vagabond if you're new. It's in my opinion the most beginner-friendly class and helps you out a lot for not being too frustrated and leave the game too early, as the game itself is very difficult and you shouldn't underestimate the hardship while playing it.
Definitely not.
If you click in this menu on Y, then you will see the stats which you'll get with each class. Vigor gives you health, Mind gives you mana, Endurance gives you stamina, Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence and Faith are the main attributes which will decide your role/playstyle. Arcane is mainly good for increasing bleed build-up, which is a very powerful technique through most of the game. Arcane is also your primary way of increasing your discovery stat. The higher your character's discovery, the higher the chance items will drop from enemies, including making rare drops less rare. But this is basically an endgame attribute if you ask me. Even though we're playing the Vagabond in this tutorial, I'll quickly go over all of the classes. First, the Vagabond is the perfect knight, equipped with heavy armor, a solid shield and big heavy weapons. He has a lot of vigor, which makes him the most tanky. Once again, this will help you to survive and gives you the most time repetitively for understanding the mechanics of the game as beginner. The warrior is a damage dealer. You will be squishy but have a big amount of damage and high dexterity stats, but your vigor is very low. Even though most of you would love to play that style as you go basically full damage, I still recommend making a first playthrough as a more tanky character. The hero is basically like a Viking. It's the most similar character to the Vagabond that makes Dark Souls fans most likely feel at home. Your primary stats are strength and vigor. This is slightly more offensive than the Vagabond but has less vigor and dexterity, which makes it very strength heavy. Though as the Vagabond you'll still have more options in mid to late game, which wins the battle over the best beginner friendly class. The Bandit has less points everywhere but got a great start on Arcane. This is because Arcane gives you a lot of points on Bleed, that is one of the strongest status effects in the game. The Astrologer is the typical sorcerer which has also the chance using melee weapons in battle. It's the most friendly wizard gameplay, super heavy level points on intelligence here. The Prophet is perfect for going full faith, which is for incantations. Now to explain incantations, let me tell you that those are a type of magic in Elden Ring and have a variety of effects, such as healing, curing status effects, dealing damage and enchanting people or weapons. Incantations are cast using sacred seals. A samurai starts with a powerful katana and a bow. Samurais build heavily on dexterity without really losing too much of vigor, so you'll be actually also good to survive some of the attacks with this one here. The Prisoner is a dexterity sorcerer. Instead of holding a strength sword, you'll hold a dexterity sword while casting magic spells. Confessor is the all-arounder on dexterity, strength and faith. Makes it the best class to start with if you would love to be a paladin. You can cast faith spells while also have a big freedom over weapon choices, though your vigor will be very low. The Wretch is basically for heart triers, who love to start with nothing and have no stats. It's for the one who search for pain. Do not do it as beginner. So now, let's begin the journey as Vagabond. Oh yeah, do some customization, give your character a name and take a golden seed as item. Let's begin. You should die at the first enemy, this is normal. Then you'll get transported to a new area where the actual game starts. You also will get flasks, aka heal and mana potions. Once you're going further, you will find a grace. Those are waypoints and can be used for teleporting and resetting your flasks, HP and mana. Those are the most important checkpoints and your goal should be always to find the next grace. After you've got to the second grace, you are having an NPC in front of you which you shouldn't attack. He is super helpful later on, even if he's arrogant, let him live. Or just kill him, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you the other route instead of being his bee. You will find out quick that your rolls, aka dodges, are very heavy. Go into the settings and then equipment. Here you can choose which weapons you want to hold and which arrows and bolts you want to use for bows and crossbows. Underneath is the armor, then underneath that their talisman slots, and last but not least consumables underneath those, in which we will have the heal and mana potion flasks. On the right side you will see your level, the runes you're having. Runes are needed for leveling up. Underneath you'll find the equip load. This needs to be underneath 70% of your max equipment, so that you have a fast roll. The poise stat is basically for showing how much it needs for breaking your stance or how strong an attack needs to be for cancelling your attack movement. Then the higher the discovery stat is, the higher the chance for getting loot from enemies, and last but not least, the memory slots show you which spells you are using at the moment. Since we are Vagabond aka Knight, we don't use this now. So yeah, since we are heavy loaded, let's get rid of the lands, and as you can see, the stat is now medium load, which is perfect for our case. If you roll now, you will be very much faster and can dodge attacks like very easily. Now if you go here to the right side down, you will find the effigy for sending other players around Elden Ring a sign of yours on the bottom front of every of those stones once you have them activated. Once you put it to consumables and use it, you can choose between two options. And then it will send a sign, and if someone needs help with a boss, you can help him and get 50% of the runes if you survive it. No, you won't lose any of your runes if you die while trying to help. Now, the first thing we want to do is to go to the church which we are seeing from our point. Also, ignore the golden knight next to it. He surely is doable right now, but not for newcomers. Let's get OP first. Go to the church, activate the grace and talk to the merchant. Get that crafting kit and the torch if you already can. If not, then do this later on when we're coming back for something. Go further on the road to the north until you find a statue where you can loot a map. Take that and immediately go to the grace to the left, since many enemies are incoming. On that grace you will talk to a specific person, and then you will get the torrent, aka a horse, which you can ride on. This torrent has a double jump, so it's very efficient. Also, if you are on the grace, make sure to use your golden seed which you've got from the beginning gift. Now you have 4 heals and 1 mana flask. You can allocate the number of flasks also here inside this setting. Inside the menu you can set up some hotkeys, so make sure to use it for your torrent. For opening up the hotkey tab in game, hold the action button. Now, let's train a little bit and farm some runes, while also we want to get such a golden shield from one of the soldiers holding it here. In Elden Ring you have a very cool fight gameplay. It's truly super funny once you've understand it a little. Alright guys, now comes the tutorial where I basically show you every move you can do inside this game. Basically every move, because every weapon is different, but you will get the basics here. First things first, you can block and parry with your shield. And you can attack and heavy attack with your sword. If you click and hold the action button, then once the attack button on the weapon you want to hold with both hands, then your character will take it in both hands. Gives you the opportunity to go full on attack as your sword deals firstly more damage in 2 hands, plus you'll get some cool skills. Hold the skill button while using normal or heavy attacks for using the skills of your sword. Those cost both mana. Also, if you have successfully parry an attack, you are able to critical hit an enemy. An easier way is to come from behind and stand very near to the enemies and then hit once. All those things which I've just explained are very crucial for the gameplay. You definitely should learn all those skills as fast as possible. So try to do all of those things here with those easy soldiers and this knight, so that you can get like a feeling for it. Also, if you like to guard, then you can do this with the left attack button for holding your shield on top. But always remember that guarding costs for every hit taken endurance and only rebuilds very slowly while holding it. Plus, you can lose your stance if an enemy will hit you over your endurance while guarding. Makes you vulnerable for some seconds, plus the enemy is able to give you a critical hit. Remember that, and always have an eye on your stamina and health while fighting. If you attack quickly after you've successfully guarded yourself from an attack, you will be able to do a counter attack very quickly and hear this sound. You will just need to click the heavy attack button after the guard, and it will sound like this. Also, you should know that jump attacks break the stance way faster. Make sure to use always the heavy attack on a jump attack if you're sure that it will land. Now, let's farm 4 soldiers who all of them have the golden shield that we want. I'm showing you right now the route, just kill all those 4, then just reset on the grace and once again repeat. There we go. Once you got it, you should have a decent amount of runes. If you want to equip it, the message will pop up. This is because we don't have the stats we need for using the shield. Here you'll see the required stats, and here you'll see what we've got. We need 16 strength and have only 14. If we go now to the grace and level up, we can give for every level 1 level of stat. Let's go full on strength and give all here in. You should be able to go over 16 for holding the shield. Once we got this, open up the map of yours. Those yellow arrows shows you where the next enemy is. The yellow player arrow is you and showing you where you are looking at the moment. What we want to do is to go to the east, somewhere here. So let's use the torrent and take all the graces we find on our way. As you can see, once we are a little bit inside the nothing, we'll find those orange symbols, which are meant to be status for new maps. Let's get them as fast as possible to see more. As you can see, once we took the map, we are having another big part of the map revealed. So the first thing is always to find those maps once you are inside a field where you don't see anything. Next to this is a lift with which you will go to the underworld. Yes, you'll have similar to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom an underground world. Take that lift for getting the grace and then come all the way back up. We will need this later on. Also, go to the waypoint, I've put it down, because there is one of 2 key items we need for the playthrough. If you see that golden tree, go to it, take the item which is in front of it, and it will be a golden seed, which is for increasing the flask amount which you've got. After that, just skip all those enemies, go inside here, run through all the enemies like I'm doing here. Go to that ladder, go all the way up and take the item inside the chest. This is one of 2 keys which we need for the grand lift of Dectus. This is a lift which will enable us the mid-game. After that, go to this waypoint. This is the Church of Marika. Here you'll get a very important item and a very useful one. One is the Wondrous Physick. This is an additional flask which you can customize with different buffs once you looted them from enemy tree bosses which are around the world. You can add 2 buffs. Those are most likely used for boss fights. You can customize that inside the Grace menu. With the Physics mix, you'll get 1 crystal tier for free. That gives you half of your max HP back if used, so it's basically a heal potion. Later on you can put in much better things that will help you a lot. If you go out of the setting, then inside the flask settings you can increase your flask effect because of the sacred tier. You'll find those everywhere on the map in such churches. Also, from the golden tree before, we once again looted a golden seed. That will enable us to add another charge of flask, so let's do that too. Let's go to the next waypoint, which is here. On the way, you'll find kinda air tornadoes. Just jump while being in one and you'll get a super jump from jumping all the way up. On the way, you'll find another church. Just run as fast as possible inside and get the grace there. You will automatically jump off of your torrent because you will get attacked. If you get the grace, then good, so you can reset if you would die. Try to fight this NPC. If you die trying, don't overtake yourself and come back later once you're stronger, as she is right now very strong. In time you will talk to Melina for going to the round table hall to do that. This is the main base where you can upgrade your weapons, purchase a lot of things and do side quests. In one of the rooms is the smithing master, but we don't need to upgrade our weapons yet. I will explain in a while how this works. Also in another chamber you'll find the Twin Maiden husks. This is the basic shop of yours, very important. You can add items here with bell bearings. You need to collect them and give them to her. Those bell bearings are super good as you don't need to farm items later on but can just simply buy them with runes. This will help massively. We just firstly need to get them and then unlock the items with giving the bell bearing to the twins. If you killed some demigod bosses, which are basically the main bosses, you can use their souls to get runes or use them in the round table hold on finger reader Ania to get their weapons. Also, once a demigod is slain you are able to get their armor. But for now, let's get our sword. So let's go to this point here. On the way there you'll find another grace activated. Then, if you follow the way to the left, you'll find quickly those 2 big dogs. Behind of it is a carriage. Behind all of those carriages is always a chest. If the carriage is moving because of giants, just hit a giant once so that he attacks you and the carriage should stand still for opening the chest behind. Either way, this one isn't moving, so we can go behind of it and open the chest for getting our beloved Greatsword. Let's do that now. It's okay dying while getting it, just be enough fast to get it. Sometimes if you die, it asks you to revive in a stake of Marika or the last visited grace. Most likely the stake of Marika is more near, so let's take that. Now that we have our Greatsword, we need to get 31 strength, as you can see. Now, first we will get the Talisman, which is super overpowered in the early game and almost everyone is using it in a strength or dexterity play, at least in early game, and most likely also in mid to end game. Let's get it fast, but before that we need to take the next map, which we should see here. Once we got it, go here. Jump over all the different dragons and just skip them. Inside this castle we will find 2 items. The second key item which we need for the Grand Lift of Dectus later on, plus the talisman that will enhance our stats dramatically. You will die to 95%, so make sure to use all your runes. Go inside, run over all the enemies and take the ladder. Then open up the chest and take the item. Then jump to the right down. Take the 3rd hole. jump down, go around the corner, attack the wooden blanks and then jump to the other side. Run around the corner once again, jump down, take the seal and die, basically. Now, if we take that seal, we will get 5 vigor, endurance, strength and dexterity. This item gives you 20 levels, which is early game a freaky game changer. Now, what we want to do is to level up till we are having 31 strength for our weapon. I'm going to show you now my favorite place for farming. Let's go all the way down of Caelid. On the way you should find a new church with the sacred tear. Use it on the grace next to it. Around here you'll find the next map, then go to the waypoint shown here. There is a grace, take that. Now guys, I'm going to show you my favorite place to farm early for some levels. Here you can pull all those enemies together, fighting each other and you'll get the loot. It gives some sort of a war feeling and is super duper awesome. Like, it's one of my favorite places in the whole game. Like, people can tell me what they want. I just love it to play here. Just run the way I'm showing you for pulling all mobs together so that they fight each other. Just come here all the way to the top. Till this white dog is like barking around. Then just jump there to the left down. Go over that knight. You will just need to run then afterwards where everyone is fighting. It will just drag all enemies together. It's just OP how you can pull like everyone here to fight each other actually. Once you have farmed enough, equip your sword. Now, as you can see, we are on heavy load once we equip our sword. This is because the sword is like very heavy. What I wanted to say here is, if this is the case, you will just need to get rid of the chest and maybe also the helmet. And then afterwards, you can actually use your shield plus your greatsword together. If not, then just use the greatsword at the very beginning. But in time, you can like upgrade your endurance, and this will also enhance your equip max load, which means that you can later on like equip more items without being on heavy load. Do 2 to 3 more runs for getting used to it. The damage is overwhelming, isn't it? Well, the cool part is that we didn't upgrade the weapon yet, so it will do much higher damage. Well, it also makes you greedy, so make sure to get that under control while farming here. After that, teleport back to the Church of LA. If you see this witch, then go to her. Otherwise, go to the grace, change the time till nightfall and reset on that grace till she's appearing. Once you are going through the dialogue, she will give you a bell with which you can summon ghosts. Those can help you in boss fights or in specific areas of the game. You can equip them as easy as put the ghost item inside a consumable tab. Once you got it, let's go further on. When we are following the yellow arrows, we actually needed to go to the left from the very start on, but we decided to level up and get OP first. So now the first few bosses will be so much easier, it's crazy actually. Before we're going to do this, we need an Ashes of War. Those are items with which you can actually set the skills of your weapons. Yes, you can change the skills of your weapons, though not for all of them. The special weapons in the game have a unique skill on it and can, because of it, neither be changed or used on other weapons. But yeah, since our Greatsword can change skills, let's get the, in my opinion, visually coolest Ashes of War available. For that we need to go here. Just take the nearest grace and run there. Here you'll find a grace. Once you got that, go further to the castle. The main gate is closed and we would like to open it. So go around the castle. Take the ladder and kill this dude. Then, if you destroy those fences and jump to the other side, you'll find quickly a lever for opening the main gate. This is because we need most likely more than only one try on this here. Cause we're gonna need to kill the lion here inside. If we would die trying, we can just click on Revive on Stake of Marika and run inside, cause the gate's open now. You can use your wolves here. Once you killed him, you'll get an Ashes of War called as the Lion's Claw. This is super strong on our weapon, so for changing the skill of our weapon we need to go to the Round Table Hold and talk to the Smithing Master. Go to the Ash of War option and then click on our Greatsword and choose the Lion's Claw on Heavy. Once you did this, go back where we farmed the 4 shielded soldiers. If we click now the skill button, our character will make a front flip. And if nailed it, he will smash the enemy to the ground like it would be nothing. So try it out a little. It will cost some mana, and once you do the skill without mana, it won't make much damage, and also don't get the enemy out of stance, which makes you again vulnerable. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally can go further on. Let's go. First things first, run through all the enemies, also skip the wolves and activate the next grace. Take the item next to it and talk with the NPC inside the shack. Talk with her at least 3 times and she'll give you a new ghost. Replace your wolf with the jelly. And let's go further to the north and take a left. There you'll find a Scrabble holding a silver ball. Kill it for getting a new Ash of War. There are plenty inside Elden Ring. Not all of those are for all weapons, but you'll find out soon, I guess. Once you got it, take the left side of running through the enemies and go inside the castle. Once you got it, go further till you find the next grace. Now guys, the next thing we need to do is to fight against the boss. Now comes the guide where I show you how to play a boss fight and get better in it. First things first, to be fair, it will be very easy thanks to our sword's damage. In front of many bosses you are able to get help. Here, as you can see, we have even a NPC which we can get for helping us. Either way, we only will get 75% of the runes which we originally would get if we are accepting help for the bosses in Elden Ring. In boss fights you can always use your summonings. The jelly is super strong early cause he is able to poison the bosses, which gives continual a lot of damage. Learning how to boss fight is the best thing in Elden Ring if you ask me. It makes so much fun and you can feel badass. So what I want to tell you is that we don't need help from those summons. Let's do it solo with our ghosts. Try to learn the movement of the enemies and find out if you're dodging too early or too late while fighting. Don't get frustrated. They are a little hard in the beginning and those are even the easier ones. But if you're learning how to dodge the right way and just chill a little bit and not like panic dodging, then you're actually good to go. Once you've won, you can use your runes for leveling up. From now on, I'll suggest to level up till around 30 Vigor and 25 Endurance. Mind isn't that necessary and we will upgrade our weapon in the next time a lot for getting more damage on it, so we also don't need like strength the next time. We definitely should upgrade our survivabilities. Also, since the Talisman which we've got lets us take 50% more damage and we aren't having a lot of armor on us, it will be the best thing to do for sure. But either way, you'll have 2 options to take the main gate where you can't control to do it either the first try or die trying 200 times. Or the other option is to take the left side for taking the longer but more controlled route. I recommend the left side, but I'm gonna show you right now how it is to go through the front gate. But if you want to go through the gate, then talk to this dude and let him open the gates.
The gates! Open the gates!
Run through all of the enemies and take the grace, which is on the very end of the whole army. After you've got the new grace, on the left you'll find a lever. Use that, then get the elevator for going to the top. You should find another grace. Take that. Here is also our next boss. Once you got this boss, you can level up and go your way further. You'll get to the Liurnia lakes. This is where we want to go once we killed the boss. Make sure to go straight to this big castle. Once you've got here and hopefully also found the maps, you're not able to open the gate yet. We need to get the key first, which is here behind the dragon. Take it. Here once again you'll see where it is on the map. Now, we could actually go inside the castle, but let's firstly get an item which I think is very huge. We want to get the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing 1. For that we are able to purchase some smithing stones instead of farming them. First things first, go here. Enter the hidden entrance and take the elevator for getting to the grace. Then fight your way through and then a boss room, where you need to kill the boss. Once you've got it, you'll earn the bell bearing. Go back to the round table and give the bearing to the maiden twins. Now you're able to get the smithing stones 1 and 2. Isn't that great? Well, it is super great, but you firstly need to find out why, right? Well, with the smithing stones you can upgrade your weapons. There are 9 levels of the smithing stones. Smithing stone 1 till 8. Plus the ancient smithing stone for getting the last level and maxing out your weapon. You can only purchase and farm smithing stones from the level 1 to 8. The ancient smithing stone are limited and you can only get 13 per playthrough. Some are behind quest lines, but if you get like 5 before restarting the playthrough and going to the New Game Plus, then you are more than good. Now, we already are able to get smithing stones 1 and 2 thanks to the bell bearing. There are 4 bell bearings, which all of them give 2 higher levels of smithing stones. Means bell bearing 1 is for level 1 plus 2, bell bearing 2 is for level 3 plus 4, bell bearing 3 for level 5 plus 6, and bell bearing 4 for level 7 plus 8. Each smithing stone is needed 12 times for each weapon's upgrade. You will need to upgrade every weapon 3 times with each level of smithing stone. It needs 2 smithing stones, then 4 and then 6 before you need a level more of a smithing stone. If you add all of those together, you'll get 12 smithing stones. In other words, for the first 3 levels of my weapon, I need firstly 2 times level 1 smithing stones, then 4 times level 1 smithing stones, then 6 times level 1 smithing stones. Then comes the upgrade of 2 times level 2 smithing stones, 4 times level 2 smithing stones, and finally 6 times level 2 smithing stones. Afterwards we would need 2 times level 3 smithing stones, 4 times level 3 smithing stones, and so on. This goes up till you get level 8 smithing stones. If you did that too with the level 8 smithing stones, you are on level 24 with your weapon, and for the final level up you'll need an ancient dragon smithing stone, which will level your weapon to 25, which is the max. Now, next to all of this, there are also special weapons which are unique. For those, there are Somber Dragon Smithing Stones. There, it's way easier, as you only have 10 levels per weapon and need for every weapon level 1 Somber Dragon Smithing Stone. There are level 1 to 9 Somber Dragon Smithing Stones, and then finally a Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone for getting the max level, which is on those weapon level 10. And yes, you also can get the bell bearings for those smithing stones. So yeah, since upgrading the weapon costs a little, make sure to farm runes. I suggest that you're going to explore the map. You also are free to use the rune farm method, but I suggest to search and find new places and graces. You also are already able to fight through the castle, but I also recommend that you are firstly going to farm and level up your weapon before you go there inside. Also, do you remember the physics drink which have some different effects? Those trees which you can see on the map are everywhere spreaded. There you'll find most likely 3 bosses which are dropping on up defeat more of the crystal tears which you'll need for the physic drink. I suggest farm a little of those and read through their passives for getting a deeper know-how of those buffs. Once you farmed a little bit and explored a little bit, level your sword to +6. We can't go further as we need from now on higher tier smithing stones. For that we're gonna need the smithing stone bell bearing 2, which is only accessible after the Liurnia Castle. Now we should be good to go for going inside the castle of Liurnia. So go to this waypoint of the gate and simply join the castle. There is an elevator for going further on. I want you to do it on your own actually, just some add-ons. Here are 2 bosses inside. Also there are hidden walls, most likely behind the bookshelves without books. Just roll once against it or hit it for opening the way. Once you killed the boss and got to this grace, which is here, you are able to use the main gate which was unusable at the beginning. Also, those are now my stats. Once you were going this whole way, you'll get to the Grand Lift of Dectus. Remember the 2 key items which we got? This is for this big elevator. You can simply stand on the circled platform and click the action button for hosting the medallion. This will unlock our mid-game and here we can go further on. This is the first end of the video, my friends. Everyone who wants to play on their own and find out how it goes further can leave now. And I want to give my appreciation for watching and please leave a like here and tell me in the comments how you liked it. This is for YouTube algorithm, as I'm new on YouTube, it would be a massive help. However, the others who want to get an instruction on how to make the very first playthrough till the end boss with additional infos, but sadly also some spoilers, can stay and I'm going to show you where to find the rest of the bell bearings, how to kill the bosses chronologically, where you can find them and so on. Take the first map which you'll find here. Then go all the way through these big stairs to the point where I am. You'll find the second map of this place plus a grace. We want to go to this swamp, so make sure to get here down, then to this point. There is a new mine, go inside, take the grace, and here is a hidden way. So hit this rock once and then go down till you find a chest. There you'll find the smithing stone bell bearing 2 inside. Nice, now we can level up our weapon to +12. If you are in mines, you can't teleport out, so make sure to go your own way out first, then teleport back to this grace. We want to make our way through the next stairs, then around here, walk through the tree and get to this point. Maybe it's better to upgrade your weapon first. You'll see this Night Witch... You'll see this Night Witch door behind of it will be closed till you kill him. He's not easy, so you probably need some tries. If you didn't upgrade your weapon yet and have big problems, then better upgrade your weapon and level a little bit up. Also, you'll find a sign next to him. He probably has some attacks which one-shot you, so make sure to learn his attacks for dodging and rolling away. I suggest doing him with a +12 weapon on level 45 to 50. Once we got him, we can rest at the grace. Go inside the capital city. Once you got to the next grace, you'll have a good farm route for leveling a little bit up. Just kill those white mage creatures. Then also their boss. Jump here down, kill those 3. Then to the top of the stairs is a thief, kill that and then this squishy dude. You'll get around 9k runes per run, which is about 1 minute. If you do this some minutes, you'll be much stronger. Now guys, comes my favorite boss fight, Radahn. We should be able to do this now. Make sure to be at least on level 55 to 60. I'm going to do him earlier because I'm a little more experienced. For that, just use the grace here and then teleport with that structure inside the Red Main's castle. There you'll find the new grace, use that. Then go all the way to the front, talk to this wolf and then trigger the boss while talking to this NPC. Afterwards we need to take the elevator behind of him to go down. There you'll find the teleporter once again. Once used, the fight will start. May I interrupt for this fight? This isn't a normal boss fight. First, you can use your torrent, and second, you will have many NPCs with which you can fight. You just need to summon them. Those aren't NPCs which are taking 25% of the rules. They're built in this boss fight and it is meant to be to use them inside here. Once you are inside, he will shoot with arrows on you. You can either dodge them or go behind those bodiless armor stands. Summon as many NPCs as you see. Once they die, you can run to such hills for respawning them. You will just need to search for them. Then I would suggest to give him damage while you're on the torrent. Once he's on half life, he will jump into the air and attack you with the meteor attack. This is hella badass, but it also one-shots you to 99%. Make sure to run into the direction from where the attacks comes from the air. Immediately run towards it. You should be able to dodge it. Now, you really need to be carefully as many of his attacks one-shot you. If you aren't able to kill him, just boost your vigor with some more farming and come back later on. Now, once you got it, congratulations. You also should find a grace here, so activate it. Once a demigod is slain, you are able to get their armor. I'll get Radahn's armor quickly. You can also if you want to. After you've killed Radahn, there will be dropping a meteor on the map which will create a hole to the underworld. This will be found here. Go there and make your way to the underground. Once you got to a grace called as Norcon the Eternal City, take your time and search for everything here inside. You'll get to a fog eventually, where a boss is awaiting you. This boss is called Mimic. This boss will be a complete copy of yours. Means if you have no weapons equipped, he also won't have weapons and can't cause damage against you because of it. So make sure to unarm yourself, start a fight, so that he has a copy of you while you had no weapons, and then you can simply arm yourself again for a very easy boss fight. Also, make always sure to search for those ghost glowthwart. You should find a grace called as Ancestral Woods right here. If you don't have the map of the underground, you'll find it in the Siofra River. From here on, make sure to have a stone sword key, then go to the route I'm showing you here.
Don't ask me about my wisdom. You want it, you need it, but why?
You will find eventually a chest where you'll get the Mimic Ghost Spirit. Now guys, we have by far the best ghost summon of the game. It will be a complete copy of yours, with all consumables, equipment, armament and skills which you have at the moment when you're summoning it. This is completely broken and helps you really dirty in boss fights. Now, what you also should know is that we are actually able to upgrade the summon spirits. For each level upgrade, you'll need a ghost glowthwart. There are also grave glowthwarts, but you'll find those inside the mines of the game. The ghost glowthwarts are for special spirits and the grave glowthwarts for normal ones. The max level for normal and special spirits is +10, and for each level, you'll need one of the glowthwart for the specific level. You also are able to get bell bearings for those glowthwarts, but there you'll get 3 levels per bell bearing other than only 2 like with the smithing stones. Means if you have all 3 ghost glowthwart bell bearings, you'll be able to purchase all 9 ghost glowthwarts which we need. The great ghost glowthwart are like the ancient dragon smithing stone, limited, and you can only find them in chests or somewhere they already were. The absolute same is with the grave glowthwarts. You'll find 99% all of the ghost glowthwarts inside the underground world. Also, make sure after you've looted the Mimic to play a little further to get this grace. This is huge for if you want to play the most node and played and loved side quest of the game. I also definitely suggest you to get all glowthwarts on max level as soon as possible. For that, just use this website. Also for leveling your spirits, go to the round table hold, then talk to the NPC with the red hoodie. She's called Roderica. Talk then to the smithing master about her. Then talk with her and then again with the smithing master. Repeat that last time and then reset to the round table hold and you'll find her in front of the smithing master, where you can finally upgrade your ghost and grave spirit summon. I also recommend to do as next the whole Ranni questline. For doing so, you'll need to get the Caria Manor, which is here on the map. Just fight through the castle till you are on the end boss. Kill him and then you'll find here a tower in which you'll find the witch that gave you the bell for the spirit summoning at the very beginning of the game. Talk with her and follow a guide online for doing her questline, because thanks to her you'll find a lot of ghost glove wards. Also make sure to check out the Noxtella city and like explore it to 100%, the drops here are magnificent and very OP. Once we got the spirit on max level, the rest of the game will be easy AF. Let's go back to the capital city. Make sure to run the farm route I showed before till you jump to those 3 enemies. Kill them and jump here down to the golden roofs of the town. Go your way till you get to the carriage. Here you can summon your spirit. Mine is now already on max level. Once you did that, you will also see that you will lose HP from summoning the Mimic. This is normal because you will use health instead of FP on this specific spirit summoning. Go in direction where the big drake is we saw in the background before, and a tree boss should fall from the sky. Kill him, and then play through this whole capital city here until you killed 2 bosses. You'll have a red mark on the map, and you also will get a new medallion. Make sure to go where the mark is. You'll find eventually an elevator with a lever. Use that. After a while, you will land on the Forbidden Lands. Make sure to go your way till you find the Grand Lift of Road. There you can use the medallion which you've got from Elina. If you walk a little further, you'll get to the Zamor ruins. There you'll find stairs for going down, where the smithing stone bell bearing 3 is, which means we are able to level up our weapon to plus 18. This will be necessary, so level it up as quick as possible. After we got this, we want to go here to this castle. For that, come all the way over that bridge, make a bow and jump with this tornado to the top. Then just use this bridge and you should find it easy. Here, fight your way through after killing the Lion Gate Watcher. Till you are finding a new boss, kill him, then use the elevator you're able to use once you've killed him. For getting a Haligtree medallion, which is exactly here on the map. The second one is in the Liurnia lake, and you can find it here. Just find that hidden town and talk to the dude that is hiding himself by looking like a pot. Just talk with him till he gives you the second part of the medallion. Now let's go to the Grand Lift of Rold. If you stand now on the lift circle, you can change the selection of the destination which you want to go. Click on Host Secret Medallion. Here I'll quickly leak the graces which you can get if you want to, because the enemies here are fairly hard and you're gonna die probably a lot. Come to this area where you'll get invaded by a dude that is super strong. Kill him. After you've done it, come to this place and you'll find an activated teleporter which wouldn't be activated if you wouldn't kill the invader. Use it and follow me to the grace. Now, what we need is a bow and many arrows. 90% of the merchants are selling arrows, like the one in the Church of LA. Purchase some and get a bow from the twins in the round table hold, or perhaps you already have one. Then, if we go back to the place where we just found the newest grace, choose the arrows here and take a bow in your hand, aim with the skill button and shoot. If we nail, the bird runs towards us and dies. This is by far the best farm spot in the whole game. We even can upgrade that later on after we killed the end boss. Farm here as long as you want. I suggest to get to level 90. Once you're ready, fight your way through the lands. Come to this place, make a bow, and you'll find a chain here behind. Go over it and take the new map plus the grace. Then get here. Here we can fight the boss of this whole map. Oh yeah, if you get to the Church of Repose, which is here, you can fight an invader that gives you one of the most cheesy weapon, which is actually arcane based, but it's cool to have. Let's do the Fire Giant. From now on, bosses will be more hard, and it could be that you have massive problems. Just make sure to train the dodges, and if you die 10 times in a row, farm about 5 levels and get back. If it's still too hard, then just repeat it. Once you killed him, go to the top of this giant construct and ride your whole way around till you are where the grace is. Activate it. Now guys, if you talk here with Melina, you can accept her offer and tell her that you are ready. Then you will change the whole game and specific areas won't be accessible anymore. Also, most of the side quests won't be reachable and you can't do them anymore, sadly. But yeah, once you are ready to go further in the story, then just tell her that you are ready. You'll get teleported to a new place. Finally, we are in the endgame, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have access to get the smithing stone bell bearing 4, plus here we will find many ancient smithing stones. If you fight yourself through and win the first boss fight, then you'll get the smithing stone bell bearing 4, which means let's get our weapon to level plus 25. Or at least plus 24. If you teleport to the Church of Repose here and go to the skull which is next to it, you'll find an ancient dragon smithing stone. Let's get our weapon to plus 25 now. If you go to this grace and kill the dragon, you'll get also an ancient dragon smithing stone. You can use that for later weapons or a shield if you like to. Also, if you follow this path here, and go here up, kill that dude, and well, the dog jumped down. Here you'll get another ancient dragon smithing stone. If you are here and you see a lot of birds while a dragon is attacking you from far, kill all birds on the way for him not triggering to fly away. Then kill him, he's very low. For that you'll get another ancient dragon smithing stone, plus behind of him is a Somber ancient dragon smithing stone. Once you did that, you need to go further inside this map till you are finding this knight. Him and then go behind him in the boss room to get to the second boss of this map. This one is super hard, especially the second part, but as soon as it frustrates you, just go and farm some more runes and level yourself even higher up. Once you killed him, you will get teleported to the Leyndell capital city, which is now completely different and full of ash. Go left in direction of the Earth Tree. You will need to kill a boss. Then you'll find there a tree on which you can walk on for going further. Then you will need to kill a second boss. And last but not least, behind him is the Earth Tree in which we finally can go inside. Make sure to do so and have fun with the end boss. Once you've killed him, congratulations, you just have played through Elden Ring. Now you can start New Game Plus, which will make a total reset of the game, plus it will make the enemies even stronger, but you'll also get more runes for killing them. All bell bearings and all your equipment and weapons will stay, even the maps will stay. You will just lose all graces, plus all key items, but the stone sword keys also will stay with you. Also, all items and consumables will stay in your stash if you would do so. But before you do that, decline it, because you can always activate that in the round table hold. There is a map part that is secret and is even harder than the end boss area. It is called the Haligtree, where you can fight 2 bosses. The second will be Liurnia, which is a very popular boss because she's dirty AF. For going to this place, make sure to come here where we got the secret area with the secret medallion. Then come here to the liturgical town, search for this altar and then interact with this statue. Then go to the circle and activate it. It's a puzzle in which we need to aflame 4 candles. The first one is right in front of you. Jump here down, go to the ladder and climb up. Then on the second ladder too, and we got the first. Jump only the second ladder down, and then go here over. Run to that hunter who's shooting you, kill her, and climb on this ladder up. Fire up this candle. Then jump down to the altar again. Jump down and go this time to the right side. Till to the last building around the corner and you'll see directly the next ladder. Go up, flame the candle here, then jump down on the back side. Run all the way down to the front and then set the last candle on fire. Then is the puzzle solved and you will get teleported to the altar and get out of the sequence. You now are able to go through this way and use that teleporter here. Oh yeah, if you die while doing the puzzle and you already have a candle on fire, then it will stay, so no need to do it a second time. Once you use the teleporter, you will get here to the Haligtree. Here it's clear what you need to do, just go all the way through this map. There is no need for me showcasing it to you, you got all you need right now. Now guys, if you go to the round table hold and talk with Anya and get this sacred relic sword from Radahn with the remembrance soul of the end boss and you upgrade it to +10, you will be able to do a lot of runes. If you can't hold the weapon because of stats, let me tell you that you can rebirth yourself here at the Grand Library. This means you can allocate all of your level points again from new. For every rebirth you will use a larval tier, so make sure to check them always up here inside the inventory menu. If you go with this weapon on +10 to the farm place of ours, which is on the Palace Approach Ledge Road, then you firstly can kill the bird. And then use the sword skill for kill all of those pets here on the road, which will give you each 2.5k runes. So you'll make around 50k runes in 20 seconds. Another thing is, if you go here to this spot for the abundant cave, and you fight your way through after killing the boss, you'll get the golden Scarab. This is a talisman that makes that you'll get 20% more runes by killing enemies or from bosses. I suggest to get some faith for using some incarnations next. Make also sure to explore at least 80% of the whole map. Now that you are so strong, it will be very funny to do some stuff and get all different kind of things like all bell bearings. Also, here on the top left is a whole map not opened. This is a part of the map you also can still explore if you like to. Now guys, this is the end of the video. Considering how big the video is and how much effort I put it in, I really would appreciate a like and a small comment about what you liked and what not inside the video or video editing. Also make sure to subscribe and tell me what videos you would love to see from me. I'm very happy to actually find an end here. I was like really long on this video now, and I hope that it can help some of the people who are new in the game. Yeah, just don't be too shy and tell me in the video what the cons and the pros are, what you think I could do better, and yeah, I would love to hear from some people what they think about it. Don't you ever forget to smile. My name is Yu. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Peace.